All right, and welcome to another episode of the Zero One Shootout here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Rebin coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined by my buddy Minders. And Minders, I'm still mad at you, by the way.
I, I know. I know you're still mad at me.
You don't even like Strike Force.
Yes, I do. You know what? Half of our audience doesn't even know who Strike Force is, which is kind of hilarious.
Well, they should.
I know they should. I agree they should, but
Yeah.
you were mad at me a lot last night. That's all right.
Well, mainly because of the Strike Force thing, but
You're mad at me because of Sherry, too.
well, I kind of figured she would go early. Uh, for those that don't know, we're still whining about the fantasy draft episode of Jumping the Rail last night.
We're
When
salty.
a little salty. I don't know if Barry has gotten over losing Judy Martin.
Holy cow.
He had a meltdown.
He did. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you
I
got to
hope he did.
go on the JTR Podcast Network YouTube page and find the Fantasy Draft 3 episode, and you'll be in for a treat with Barry's meltdown.
Be prepared. There is a little cussing in it, just so you're aware.
Well, yeah, not it's PG-ish. You know, we put a disclaimer at the front.
I think we're getting closer to R-ish, but that's okay.
Well, PG-13-ish, I guess.
All right, well, let's get off of that because we're here to talk about some 0-1.
Yeah, it's kind of been a newsy week. First off, we were scheduled to have Ashlyn Alexander with us. Unfortunately, that will not be happening today, so it's a card subject to change kind of day as usual. But no big deal. We'll get her on one of these days when schedules are a little bit more permissive.
I was gonna say it's getting close to Christmas. I totally get it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, definitely. But in the meantime, we had a couple new champions crowned in 0-1 this past week. First off, we got B.A. Malkin got his second Thursday Night Throwdown championship. Congratulations, Dan.
Champ. It's more like chump.
Hey, he's got a big shiny belt that says he's a champ, Minders.
He's a chump. I had a sign that he didn't rip up. See, it's right there.
Yeah, that's not one of your.
Has one.
That's not one of your. That's not one of your better ones, Minders.
It happens.
All right. Well, and he wasn't the only guy to walk out with a belt this past weekend, Minders.
No, he sure wasn't.
Look at
that. Yeah.
He finally got his belt, and I think we would be remiss if we didn't congratulate Joey O'Reilly on a year plus as the heavyweight champion.
I don't have to.
Well, I will on your behalf because you don't have the stones to say it. You're just happy because Mad Dog won, so you don't have to be nice to Joey. Although, just because you don't have to be nice to Joey doesn't mean you can't be nice to Joey.
Nah. But speaking of bets, hey Reb, remember last week on the show when you made a bet with CMC? And you said that if he got pinned by Kyle, that he had to wear your shirt. Hey Reb, it didn't happen.
I know. Vagueness is the enemy of the people making bets, and
see, this is why I said that Joey had to retain his belt in order for me to be nice to him for a full month. You can be vague, you just got to be clear with what you're vague with.
I don't think you know what the term vague means.
No, you just got to be careful with what you're vague with. Because see, the way I left it vague is he had to retain, so that way if Devontae would have cashed in and Mad Dog didn't walk out with the belt, then I still didn't have to be nice to Joey. So I made sure that it didn't matter who walked out the belt as long as Joey didn't.
You're just so proud of yourself, aren't you?
I am actually. All right. Well, let's start off with last Thursday.
Okay, let's talk about last Thursday. Kicked off Kenny Calix against the Luminary. We called this kind of a must-win for Kenny,
Mm-hmm.
and
Sure did.
he did it. He got the Luminary to tap out. Got a big win. So hopefully he's on kind of the upswing now. He's kind of got over his little I don't know if you call it a mental block or what you would call it, but
Well,
hopefully
we'll
he's
see.
onward and
Let-
upward for Kenny Calix in the singles. Especially considering the fact I think he's got Joey in the main event tomorrow, from what I
No,
heard.
not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, the next week it's him and Anakin.
Yeah,
So he's got a couple tough ones coming up in the next couple weeks. So
sure does.
mhm.
I'm sure you enjoyed the second match.
uh, well, legally I can't say how much I enjoyed that match. Uh, I'll say this though, Max W House impressed me.
Did he?
And
I
he
think
did.
he impressed. I think he impressed CMC too because they shook hands at the end of it. So it was a good match.
It goes against every fiber of my being not to say what I was thinking when at the end of that match. But I'll be good. I won't say
You have
anything.
to be good. You lost.
Oh my goodness.
This
Let's
is gonna be so much fun.
see. Today's the 13th. Two.
You got a while.
I've
You
got
got a
four.
while
I got 4 episodes of this to.
to deal with.
Well, five counting today. So if I got 5 weeks of this to, I've got to behave myself, and it's gonna be
Uh huh.
torture.
Man, I should have got him to come on the show tonight. That would have been great. Anyway, let's get back to Thursday night.
No, I'm not wholly convinced you didn't send him a link anyway.
I didn't. Not this time.
All right. Well, let's move on. Let's see. Where did my results go? Here we go.
It's Glitch and Angler next
All right. So
in
we
the
went
no
no
DQ
DQ.
match.
I was a little disappointed. Neither one of those guys took my advice
I noticed.
in that match.
All right, now you can say what it was that you wanted to do or what you thought they should do.
Well, I had told Glitch that he needs to ditch the game controller in favor of the Power Glove for all you Nintendo fans from back in the day.
Heck yeah.
Because those things were heavy, and you could do some damage with that thing. And
Joseph, we had a card subject to change, so you're stuck with just the two of us.
yep. The angler, I suggested get one of those big ass casting nets.
I was so
and throw
waiting
it
for
over.
that one. I really wanted that one to happen.
When Glitch came through the curtain, I was waiting for it to drop out of nowhere and get him, but it didn't happen. I mean, angler won anyway.
Yep.
I'll say this: I do like the fact that he uses a fisherman suplex as his finish.
Yeah. That works.
That does work.
That works.
They beat the ever living piss out of each other in that match, though. With
The kendo stick? Holy
the
crap.
kendo stick, yeah, it's get that table spot. Glitch had a pretty good wrestling match with that table too, not just with the angler.
No Taylor, no Ashlyn tonight. They had something come. She had something come up, so she will not be here. We apologize.
Day jobs are hell.
Yes.
So, but we will be getting Ashlyn on sometime soon, probably in the new year.
Yep. Then we had, speaking of Ashlyn, next match was Tommy versus Ashlyn.
Was that next?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. You're right. Tommy versus Ashlyn. Those matches are very intriguing.
Very, very intriguing.
It was.
He was rubbing his chest afterwards. He said that those kind of smarted a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't help it. I probably do the same thing. So.
Yeah. I do find it ironic that he won with a lariat.
Yeah, I was a little caught off guard with that, but
Uh,
it,
fun match though. I really enjoyed it.
it was. I could watch those two again. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Sure.
Then we had the you ready? Because I want the match that you said poor bastards too,
Uh,
which was Matt Dog Conley, Cardi, Marty, and Bradley Booker.
mhm.
Yeah, those poor guys.
We call that the please don't die match.
Yes. That was all I can say is that if you ever hear him yell at you, get over here, run. Run the
Yeah.
other way.
Otherwise, he will use you to hit another person.
Yes. Yes, he will.
You swing a Booker like a baseball bat at Cardi.
I know. I was like, every time Cardi would like jump on Conley, I was like, no, just let him finish.
Yeah, I thought old Booker was getting a little too squirrely, getting right up in Conley's face like he was. Like, you don't
Yeah.
know him very well, do you?
Yeah, no, definitely did not. I think that was actually who Mad Dog yelled at, get over here too. So yeah,
Yeah.
that yeah.
uh, I don't know. Not horribly surprised that Connolly got the win in that one.
No, I wasn't at all.
I thought
The
the
only
only
way
way
I
that
thought
wouldn't
he wouldn't.
happen is if
Yeah.
Joey showed up.
Yep. And Joey did show up, but that was later.
Yes. Just kind of chilling, just hanging out, uh, taking it all in, I suppose. But uh, so I guess all we have is the main event. The only thing we got left.
That's the only thing we got left.
So we had the six-pack challenge in the Gold Rush tournament for the TNT Championship. B.A. Malkin, Devontae Knox, Chris O'Brien, DLC, Anakin Murphy, Theo White. This was a little hard to follow, Minders. I'll be honest.
It was I got most of it, but I don't think I got all of it.
Okay, I couldn't keep track of all the title changes in that match, but there were some. I'm not going to say surprises because anything can happen, but DLC did wind up as the champion
A little bit.
for a few minutes there. Anakin got it. What did it say? 2 times.
I had Anakin as having it 2 times.
Theo had 2 times.
Theo, I had 3 times for Theo.
You had Theo for 3. I had Malcolm for 3.
And I had Malcolm for 2.
Okay, see, you actually wrote it down, so you're probably more right than
That
I
doesn't
am.
mean anything because I was trying to do multiple things at the same time, so it's not necessarily.
So was I.
Yeah. I did take note that at the beginning, Scott, the first 5 minutes of that match was great. What, watching everybody dance in the ring? Because that's what we got. We got a dance off for a good 7 minutes.
It was like Soul Train.
It was. Soul Train walked into a wrestling match. Although I did have to chuckle that when Anakin came out at first, he says, well, the cardio machine has to start. And that one made me chuckle.
Although I said to you, we were discussing the show because we both watched it on the Patreon today, and I said, if we were there, then one of us would have gotten dragged into the ring to do that. And I was
thought
hoping
we
it wouldn't be
agreed
me.
we were gonna make your wife.
Yeah, we were going to invite her to do it by proxy.
Yes, we were going to outvote her. The other thing that did get me to pop a little bit, Devontae, when Anakin won the belt, he took off outside.
Yes,
and everybody
did a victory
was
lap
like,
around the house.
Yeah, and everybody's like, Devontae, go get him, and Devontae's like, nah, he'll be back. It's cold out there.
Yeah, it's true. He doesn't have a lot of insulation, that Anakin Murphy.
So, but I did like. I hate to say that I admit this, but I did like the fact that BA didn't win it off of Theo. Because that just adds to their story. Because Theo didn't win it off of BA.
That's true. Yeah, Theo got it off DLC a couple times, didn't he?
Uh-huh.
Bust out an F5, and it looked good.
So, I kind of like the fact that BA didn't pin Theo, because that just leads more to they need to have their one-on-one now. So
what you're saying is you're glad BA won the match?
No, I was going for Theo, remember? Because they broke my multi-man rule about belts.
Oh yeah, they kind of threw a monkey wrench into your whole philosophy there, Minderz.
They did. But that's been 1 out of how many? maybe 3 in the past year.
I think more than that.
Sure about that?
Possibly. I'm not going to
Okay.
take the time to try to count them all on one hand.
Yeah, don't, because I don't feel like waiting that long.
Yeah, I only have so many fingers. All right.
Okay.
So, Minders, you went to Mattoon on Saturday. I did not, so I'm counting on you for a report on the show. We'll go one by each match one by one here. I don't have them in order because I don't know what
Well,
the
hold
order
up,
was.
because we had the pre-show that you don't have a picture for.
Oh yes, yes. Who was on the pre-show?
It was Mason St. Good,
Nice.
ATM,
Oh,
and Johnny, Hippie Johnny.
Hippie Johnny. How was ATM's leg?
Fine. I told
Was
you
he in good
that.
shape?
I sent you a
I
message
know,
and
but
said
I know that, but the audience might not know.
his leg looked good. He was solid, so
Good, good, good,
it
good.
must be doing better. So, of course, I was cheering for.
Hippie.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna talk about
Um,
Hippie a little bit later on, from what I heard too.
well, we're going to talk about Hippie during this one too.
Right.
So, because he won, and out came Jacques at the end of that match. Again, asking Hippie to join the light.
Mm-hmm.
And Hippie Johnny did one of these and walked out. So that was the pre-show.
Okay. And just
So
the
there
one
you go.
match on the pre-show.
Just the one match on the pre-show.
Okay, and I believe you said Jason Pemberton was not at this show.
He was not.
Did we have a
He
full
was
crew?
not. But we had Cat.
We had Cat. Okay. Did you have Matt Race at that show?
We did have Matt Race.
So you had a good crew.
We had Cat, Matt, and Bradley.
Okay. You kind of rhymed a little bit there, but
Rob, we lost Ashlyn.
yeah.
But yeah. Well, we didn't lose her, but
Yeah.
speaking of Rob, you should have seen him Saturday night. He was looking quite spectacular.
Very, very festive from the video
Very
you sent me,
festive.
Minders.
Very festive. There are a few times I was worried about his safety too Saturday, but it'd be all right. Just a few times.
Right, right. Did he go into the cage? Oh,
When he,
geez.
I think he did when he announced. I don't know.
You
I
can,
was pretty hyped up by that point because
we'll discuss.
yeah.
But you can call me Mr. Christmas, Rob says.
All right, Mr. Christmas.
Or as DLC would say, Senor Navidad, I guess.
I guess.
Although his English is good enough, he could probably pull off Mr. Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the main show here, Minders. Rob, I respect your honesty. He says, yes, I took the risk and entered the cage for the announcement. I was terrified.
He should have been. I would have been
Yes.
too.
Mm-hmm. But we'll get to the main event here shortly. All right. So, first match I have on the list here is the one that cost me my integrity. High Life versus Marvin and Kyle Pfeiffer.
Uh-huh.
So break this one down for me, Menders. I heard some of the details on what happened at the end.
We had kendo sticks, we had tables, we had duct tape, we had just
And
about anything.
as a reminder, this was a no DQ match.
It was an ODQ match. So
Did Marvin have his flag?
he did.
Nice. He must have
He did.
forgotten it.
But not your integrity. But yeah, so it was going okay for a while, and then Marvin duct tape CMC to the ring post by his
That's not
ankles.
like Marvin. That's not like Marvin.
Well, that's what Marvin did.
I might expect that from Kyle, but not Marvin.
Nope, it was Marvin. And they ended up Marvin ended up pinning Jordan, if I remember correctly. So
Did Kyle put anybody through a table?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Whether intentional or not.
Right. I don't, again, not sure.
All right, so Marvin got a pin on Jordan. Uh,
Yep.
do we think this feud is ongoing? Do you think this was the end
I
of the
think it's.
business between those two?
I hope this is the end of business. Just because Team Unbelievable won now, so
I wonder if this is
yay.
going to put them in line for a tag team title shot.
Okay.
Hey, they got a big win on a big show. So
That's right.
Joseph said after he hit
That's
Jargon
true.
in the nuts.
I forgot about that. No, well, not that. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at what Rob put up about Kyle Pfeiffer getting
Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
Kyle went through the table. He didn't put anybody through the table. He went through the table because he did a swanton.
Kyle
Huh?
did a swanton, huh?
Kyle did, yes. And then CMC, because he was going to do it on CMC,
Right.
and CMC got smart moved.
Yeah,
And
that's a
Kyle
load.
was
That's a
out
load to be
from,
coming off the top rope like that.
but yeah, and then Kyle was out of the match for a while. A while.
I'd be too. Oh, Rob.
Kyle is a master going through tables on accident.
Kyle
Yep,
needs a t. Kyle needs a T-shirt that says "Tables are the enemy."
he does. Oh boy.
Classic. All right, so that's that match there. Marvin and Kyle get the win.
That
Marvin
wasn't
pins
the
Jordan.
first match though, because we started off with the
Well,
tag
it's the
team
first match
champion.
it's the first match on my stack of matches here. So,
Okay,
like I said, I didn't know the order of the matches, so I'm just going by the seat of my pants on the graphics here.
that's fine.
All right, but the next one that I have is actually the tag team title match.
Oh, okay.
So, Constant Headache versus Power Trip, Yeet Fest 23. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda. Um, I know I sent it to you. Do you happen to still have it?
What?
The picture of my sign from that night?
Uh, Let me look
Because
because that was a glorious sign.
Power Trip really didn't like my sign that I made for him. They
I,
really didn't.
I think Jared didn't mind it, but
Jared didn't mind it. Lander did not like it.
no, he was an angry elf to borrow from
He
the
was
movies.
he was an angry elf. But
Which I say with all due respect. Not trying to
of course
shortchange
you do.
Lander.
Let's shortchange him. It works.
All right, here it is.
Is it? There we go.
Oh my goodness.
I've seen that around. I actually saw that on Twitter the other day, and I didn't post it, so that
Somebody
made me
tweeted your
smile.
sign?
Yeah, Kenny did. Kenny did.
Ah,
So that
there you
was
go.
fun. That was fun. Actually, I ended up wearing or having Kenny's Christmas hat that he wore out. They were looking quite festive in their Christmas sweaters and their Santa hats, and that was a lot of fun. And Anna Lander was the one that got pinned, which makes it even better.
I kind of figured if one of those two was going to take the loss, it was going to be Lander because I don't know that they could have held Jared down for 3 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure that could have happened either. But the thing is that if I remember correctly, Jared was even in the ring, but he had his back to him, and it was a small package that won.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't who got the pin? Was it Anakin or Kenny?
I believe it was Kenny.
Okay, so Kenny didn't use his submission.
No. There wasn't time for a submission hold.
Gotcha.
They were
Papa
great ugly
Pullman.
Christmas sweaters. They were.
Yeah, you got to get a pin while you can when you got Jared Allen breathing down your neck. So
Yeah. So
hard fought title defense for Constant Headache then.
yep. And we'll see. I don't know if this one's over between them all yet, but we shall see.
Was there anything post match to
Not on that
noteworthy?
one. No.
Okay. All right. Well, next match I have on my list is the Shining Light Championship match. You got the EOE Reign Victoria versus Shaz and McKenzie. And I don't know. What do you break this one down for a minute? How was it?
This match, it was so good. It was so good. Shazza McKenzie and Yoey Rain. I mean, obviously Yoey Rain came out, did her thing. Shazza came out. It was nice. You actually thought Shazza was going to win for a while, so that was a nice twist.
Well, Shaz is very good.
Shazza is very good, and so is Rain. So
Yes.
it was very good between the two of them. But of course, Yoey came out on top on that one. So we went from there.
I meant to ask you to try to get Shazza to do the podcast, but I forgot to say anything before the show.
I actually did talk to her, but I just need to send her a message. So.
Oh, there you go.
So. See, you don't have to always tell me who to try to get on the podcast.
Yeah. AJ commenting, beating Shazza is no small task. It's very
No,
true.
it's not. It's not. Especially since Shazza had a pretty rough night the night before, too. So
Judyless Jabari is in the chat.
Trying to get him started again. Here we go.
We don't have a lot of meltdowns on jumping the rail, but that one it was epic, and I feel for him because hey, I was there. I got my heart broken too on that draft. So
a few times,
one big one, and you tried to stir it up between me and Bari, but Bari taking Randy Savage with his first pick. I expected him to go early.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect you to plunge a knife in my back and take Tito Santana away from me.
I told you it wasn't just me. My cousin said it too. So
I know, and I know luck of the draw. That
yep.
After Barry picked Macho, Strikeforce was going to be my pick, but you had the pick before me. Mm-hmm. So, but how was I supposed to know you're going to go for Strikeforce? I thought you'd go for I don't know, the Bulldogs. I know you like the Bulldogs,
right? But I didn't figure anybody else would want the Bulldogs.
Are you shitting me?
I thought it would be later before they would go.
There were some surprises.
And I knew if I wanted Strikeforce, I'd have to steal them from you.
Well, that you're right about.
See, we'll get back to 0-1.
Well, yeah. Please, if you got 3 hours to kill, and shoot, you can even fast forward through some of the stuff at the beginning just to get to the draft.
Get to the draft part. It's great. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Yes. All right. Well, let's move on. We're having more tangents than usual on a Wednesday here.
Not really. Actually, we're moving along quite quickly.
Yeah, it helps when we don't have to worry about having the guest involved. We can kind of cruise. Hey, we did a 35-minute gold rush on Friday.
I heard about that.
There's only so much you can say about the WCW Hardcore Championship, though.
That's true. And we still have 3 shows to cover on this, so because we covered last Thursday, we got to cover Saturday, we got to talk about tomorrow. So
right. Plus, we got a couple matches to announce for New Year's Retribution in January too.
Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go. All right, so moving on. Next match I've got here: Victor Analog and Devontae Knox. I said last week I expected this match to steal the show.
It was a very good match. I'm not going to say it would steal the show. It was at the top, definitely at the top of the matches.
Oh, did Victor get his shooty?
He got both of them because he was getting 2.
Yes.
So, yes, I got pictures of that to send to you.
And you got some photo redemption with Rob and the Constant Headache
Kinda. Constant Headache was a little.
But the picture you got the picture with Rob with all of his finery from
exactly.
So.
Mr. Christmas.
Mr. Christmas.
So. And Devontae did enjoy my sign. Remember, I promised him I was going to make him a taste the cake sign, and he loved it. He took it home with him.
Should I show that one, or do we?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and show that one. Devontae's our buddy, so we may as well.
I'm going to throw an idea at Rob, if he's still in the chat. When 4th of July comes around, I'll bet Rob could rock an Uncle Sam suit with the top hat.
I'll be surprised if he hasn't, honestly. I would be really surprised. But I will say, okay, go ahead.
Here is the sign.
Taste the cakes.
There's something just wrong about
that. He loved it. That's all that matters.
Mr. Christmas commented, if I could find an Uncle Sam suit that fits, I'll be down for it.
All right.
I've had the same problem with most things. It's not easy
But
finding festoonery for us big guys. So
I will say Victor kind of had some bad guy moments during this match, though.
you were telling me that you said he was getting a little heelish in the
A
match with
little
Devontae.
heelish, a little bit. And I'm kind of interested to see where this goes.
She just wrote Roberts and Uncle Sam Suit sings America the Beautiful. To the tune of Thank You for Being a Friend, I'm sure, to open the 4th of July show.
But yeah, so there was that match, and at the end of that one, or during that entire match, poor Devontae.
I bet I know what you're gonna say. Was there a visit from a couple of folks from the back?
There was, and sat and watched the whole match.
But did they behave?
They did. They did behave. Um, except at the end, then Devontae kind of went off and told them that this isn't their briefcase, it's his briefcase. For those of you that don't realize who I'm talking about, it's Casey Jackson and Chris O'Brien.
It's been kind of a
But
running trope the last few shows. They've been kind of sticking their nose in Devontae's business.
yes, and Devontae said he will cash in when he thinks it's his time. And in a few more words than that, but that was the gist of it. So,
All right. I'm going to assume Victor won with the forearm.
yes, yeah. I'm trying to remember.
I mean, if you
I
got
remember what happened during the matches, but some of them I'm kind of like, wait, yeah, I think that's who won. I'm a terrible person to remember all this stuff. I don't know why you all sent me there.
we should have brought your cousin on with us too.
We should have. I didn't even think about it. He probably would have. Because he had a lot of fun. That was his first Saturday at Mattoon. Because he had went down to Edgewood for the... Which one did he go with me? Oh, for the Dojo Wars.
Ah, yes.
He had went with me to Dojo Wars. But he... that was his first Saturday show. He's hooked. Like, he's hooked. I think our group of 5 has now become a group of 6.
Well, that's cool. There's always room for more.
Always. Where's that? I was looking to see.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next match here, Minders.
Which one?
Now,
Which one? Which one?
Oh,
that one.
Luminary
Okay.
versus LDLC.
I know who won this match.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember some of the things from the end of it, but I had to step out for a moment during this one, and I felt really bad. But LDLC did do very well. So did the Luminary.
Mm-hmm.
The Luminary did win.
Okay.
And then Hippie Johnny came back out.
Hippie Johnny.
And everybody thought he was coming out to help LDLC. And then he crotch-shotted LDLC.
Right in the huevos.
Right in the huevos. And now Mr. Johnny, Hippie Johnny, is now a member of the light. He has been purified, apparently.
Apparently. Now, I'm expecting when he comes out with Jacques, he's going to have dyed his hair bleach blonde. And
if he does, that's going to... I kind of want to see it. I'm not going to lie.
Maybe change out the red leather pants for some hemp pants.
Yep, it's going to have to be that.
Change out the tie-dye for like a flowered shirt,
He could keep the tie-dye. That's still along the line.
I think he's due for a new shirt.
Yeah, it kind of was Woodstock and Mattoon on Saturday. Kind of was.
Oh.
Well, this is when there was still somewhat peace in the building. That got fixed later.
You're teasing, Minders.
I am.
All right, well, let's move on here. New guys versus Jackson and O'Brien. Does it look like the new guys have been learning a thing or two from our friend Benjamin Trust, Minders?
They have been. And they actually had on the gear that he has gotten them. So
so they're not wearing the gym shorts and the black tights.
Nope.
Are they still wearing the t-shirts with the Sharpie?
They are. Well, I think they are still Sharpie. They might actually be printed now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I got lucky enough to be the one to get the Polaroid picture.
Hey, did you get to keep the
So
picture?
I did. I meant to grab it and I forgot. My bad.
But
But
children are all around ringside were furious.
sorry. Actually, when Jake came by, he goes, "I owe you a picture," and I was like, "Yes, you do, because of the podcast."
Uh,
So, and I had him sign it. Yeah, Casey Jackson is kind of a dirty dog, but
he's a crafty veteran.
he is a crafty veteran.
All right,
So
so
needless,
let's talk about the actual match, Minderz, instead of just the pageantry beforehand.
well, the pageantry was fun though.
Well, sure it was. Of course,
The
it's
match was
pageantry
really
for God's
good,
sake.
but poor Scott Stanley, man, I'll tell you what, he's the whipping boy of that group. He took a good beating from KC, and I, yeah,
Say it.
it just wasn't. It wasn't. I will say, Mr. Jackson, you know how I am. Hey, I even called you Mister. Wait, we're supposed to say you're a crafty veteran to your face? Okay, we can do
I
that.
think he's talking about the dirty dog thing.
Oh, the dirty dog. I thought he was talking about me. It's like I didn't say
I
anything
wouldn't say
bad.
that.
I
I
wouldn't
have too
either.
much. I respect the veterans. So
But
congratulations, KC, on the win. That's what I say.
yes, they did win. But I'll tell you what, the showing that the new guys had, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see them getting at least a chance at a number one contendership to go
They
after the tag belts.
they have improved every time I've seen them get in the ring.
And they're just getting
It's really
better
something. Yeah.
every time.
So
Like you said, every time. But this is probably the best that I've seen the new guys look.
including the O'Neal brothers match from Edgewood that
Yes,
won the
yes,
Mashuti.
yes. So they're getting
Well, that's
there.
good. I like it. I'm glad because I like seeing the young guys work their way up. So
Yes,
good for them. All right. Next up, we had our rematch, Minderz.
our
I feel
rematch.
this picture's a little outdated now. Theo White versus KLD. They gotta find a picture where he doesn't have that belt. But this was your house fight, Minderz.
This was my house fight. And KLD learned some things about Theo from the last time. So Theo's mad at me though now. So actually
Theo's
Theo's
mad at
gonna,
you?
yeah. He didn't like my sign.
Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can find it. I got the probably ought to.
Because through
But
the grapevine, we had already heard that
uh-huh. Oh
he had
yeah,
lost his belt.
we have our sources.
We have our sources.
All right.
In fact, I
So
knew
I'm
that night he had lost his belt. But
yeah, because you told me.
and I heard from my friend that what had happened all night, so I knew what had happened. But
we can't divulge our sources, but was it somebody who was mad that DLC didn't win?
yes, it was.
All right. So here's the sign, Minderz, that you had for Theo. Uh,
I'll get there, Rob. I promise. I'll get
the
there.
spelling is good.
Are you proud?
Yeah. Joe Decker says KLD is a beast.
KLD is a beast.
Yeah, Rob.
When
Yes, don't.
I won't. When
He just says I wouldn't want to get on KLD's bad side.
well, somebody is, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, during this match, okay, Theo's a big guy.
Yes.
Theo's a big guy.
Mhm.
When he's in the ring with KLD, he looks like Jake Lander.
So it's like this.
It's like that. I mean, I know Theo's a good sized guy, and
He's a hefty fellow.
but KLD, holy,
He's uber hoss.
He looks like a super hoss.
Uh-huh.
And of course Theo lost, and KLD said that 2024 was going to be his year, and that's what he said at the end of his match. So we were all like, okay. we'll go with that.
Hmm. And I think we have him booked for the podcast next month. Am I
Not
right?
yet. Not yet. I haven't
Not yet.
got the
I
I
know
got the
the
message
overture was
to him.
made, but
Yes. There you go, Papa Pullman.
these modern butter.
But
Oh my butterbean, the blast from the
Butterbean.
past.
Yeah. There's only so many people that even know who that is. That's,
I know. We're dating ourselves.
we're dating ourselves again. Not like we didn't do it earlier, but that's
Are we
beside
gonna?
the point.
Well, we had a whole tangent about the 1980s. I mean, we're not
Yeah.
going to bring up Bart Gunn in this case.
Yeah, let's not. Let's
The one
not.
that the one that isn't on your bad side.
Nope. But yeah, so that all happened. That was about, I mean, with that, Chan did come out with Theo, but Joey was nowhere to be found. Actually,
Oh,
Chan's the one that ripped my sign.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Uh, I kind of get that. Joey had a big match to get ready for, so he probably wanted to be preparing. So I understand why he wouldn't be out there with Theo. Oh, AJ has a point. Why not bring back the Rising Monster tournament this year? Got some big guys on the roster now, and I'd like to see who's the hoss of hosses. Now, I haven't seen any of the Rising Monster tournament stuff from the past, so I would be curious to see it.
Oh, he was. I totally forgot. He was on
What?
commentary during that
Oh,
match. Joey was on commentary with
Joey was on
Rob.
commentary.
Yeah, because I take that back. Joey did come out, but then it was like he disappeared. But he didn't disappear. Apparently, he went and bugged Rob. So, and I was afraid. I was almost afraid Joey was going to interfere, but he didn't. So,
Joey seems like he'd been content with letting Theo fight his own battles lately. Sink or swim
well,
kind of thing,
I'm
you know?
not sure that things are quite kosher in Hot and Heavy right now.
No, we
So,
didn't mention it, but after Theo's match on Thursday, there was a Joey was kind of giving him the side eye when he was going up to the curtain, so you gotta wonder.
oh, Rob, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Mayor Kincaid was there.
Yeah, he was on commentary with.
Did he get to do his entrance? I love his
No,
entrance.
no.
Oh,
He. I didn't even realize he was there until Rob just said that. But I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off though too at times. So
literally running.
literally, I'm out of the wheelchair, kids.
Yeah.
So I
Unfortunately,
was
you
pretty
didn't get
excited.
your Linda McMahon moment, but
I didn't get my Linda McMahon moment, but that's okay. I didn't feel like dragging the wheelchair in and dealing with all of it. So
it would have been totally worth it though.
if you guys would have been there, yes, but with it just being me and my cousin,
And if it would have been a different match than the cage.
well, yeah,
Well, let's hang on, I get a comment.
they don't think there'll be a Hot and Heavy anymore. Oh, I think there's going to be something. I'm not sure what it's going to be.
Mhm.
Well, we'll talk about that when we talk about next week and after we. No, no. But yeah.
Tony G's coming back.
Oh, jeez. Please no. Please
All right,
no.
well, let's move on, Minders.
Okay.
One of the two matches that you were, I think, most interested in on this one.
Yes. Yeah.
Mike Outlaw versus B.A. Malkin.
And for once, he didn't rip my sign, so mini
Yeah, that
sign
surprised me
won.
when you said that. Well, let's show the sign that survived here.
Well, it's right here, but yeah, champ, more like chump. So
Yeah,
it
like I said,
wasn't my best. It wasn't my
not
best
your best
work.
Not your best work, but in fact, I
But
don't
I
think we need
didn't
to.
want to bring in. I didn't want to bring in somebody else into that because it wasn't a match with that person.
It goes against your rules.
It goes against my rules. So
I understand.
goes against my
However,
rules.
so first off, how was the match?
The match was what we thought it was going to be. It was a very good match. And like I said, we've seen it before. We've seen Outlaw. We've seen Rob, we will get there because Reb, do you have the video?
Let me check. I know you sent it
You
to me.
should. I sent it to you, and I even sent it cut down to you. So you should have like a 12-second thing. I think it was 12 seconds, 12 or 13 seconds.
Might be less than that.
It wasn't very long, but BA was so worried so worried about flipping me off as he got into the ring that he did a spectacular thing, and I'm gonna make fun of him, and I'm gonna tell him I'm proud of
That's
him.
not what I wanted to do.
Huh?
Oh, I'm talking to myself. Don't mind me. You didn't hear anything, did you?
No.
Okay.
I'm scared to know what you did. You have to tell me later.
All right.
Oh, but did I mention that this entire night though, and Suzanne brought this up, Jimmy Carrot was in like the crowd. Like he wasn't in back, he was in the crowd. Like enjoying the show. That was all I was doing, was enjoying the show. And
well, he said he was going to be there.
He did. He said he was going to be there. So he was just enjoying the crowd, enjoying the matches.
All right, Minderz,
Did you find it?
I got it all queued up here.
All right.
Before I play this, I'm going to ask you: is this up there for you for moment of the year for next year's shooties?
In my personal shooties, yes, but would I actually put it up? No. So.
Okay, you ready to see this thing?
I am. I'm so ready.
At least he landed on his feet.
He did land on his feet. That's why I was going to say I was proud of his recovery. He did well with the recovery. I did forget to mention at the intermission, BA and Carrot got into it. And Carrot actually got thrown out. Yeah.
In the ring or like?
No, like it was during intermission, so Carrot was standing up by the ring, and him and BA got into it, started throwing punches at each other, whole 9 yards, and they kicked out Carrot.
That's our feud of the year.
Right? I'm telling you what, it might be feud of the year back to back. I'm just saying.
It could be.
It very well could be. So
we'll get to that though, because it's once we get through with the Christmas chaos, we got to talk a little bit about January. But we still got one match left to talk about, Minderz.
Did you want me to finish? I didn't finish telling you about the rest of that one.
Please. Yes. I'm sorry. I got carried away with the video.
So anyway, the ref took a bump. I believe
Which
it was
ref?
Bradley. I think it was Bradley, actually. I think. Is it Bradley or Matt? It wasn't Kat. But anyway,
did you notice that Bradley had his glasses on Thursday?
I did not, but he did.
He did.
Okay.
He was seeing everything.
Well, good. Then anyway, the ref took a bump. Carrot came back in, whacked BA in the head with a chair. Outlaw won. So it was Bradley. I thought it was Bradley.
So this was after he'd been kicked out.
Yes, he came back in.
Can't keep
through
Jimmy
the side
out.
door. Through the side door. So it's good times.
Yeah,
very good times.
Sounds like it.
So obviously it's not over. So
no.
It's not over.
I got a feeling it's not over till Jimmy Carrot says it's over.
I think that's where it's going. So
I told you how I think they need to settle this, but you always yell at me when I suggest it.
No.
I mean, I could say it on the air because we do make things happen.
Quit. No. I don't. No.
We could at least get a fans bring the weapons match.
Oh, I forgot. Hey, I forgot to tell you about the Legos that was in the.
Oh no.
There were Legos at the in the Team Unbelievable versus Team High Life match.
Who brought the Legos?
Marvin.
Oh, Marvin.
Yep.
At least it wasn't Army.
No, Man. AJ, not that either. Barry, I hate you.
Yeah,
and no Basil on a pole match.
I had pitched something similar to what Barry said, but Minderz yells at me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's something better than a good old-fashioned no-rope barbed wire match.
I don't.
The only downer with it is it takes forever to set up.
Yeah, no.
You gotta take the ropes
that's
down.
The only downer. The only downer. Really? That's the only downer?
Well, I mean, You got to think Jimmy knows his way around some barbed wire.
I don't want to think about it. Okay, that's how that works. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think
Strike,
about it.
strike force.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right.
Even.
We're even. We're even. But okay, now if you want to get to the main event, we can get to the main event.
Oh, hang on. Joe Zios is a last man standing match. I don't know. I mean, I think we're past. I think we're beyond a last man standing match. We have we have a very lively comment thread today.
We do.
All right. Well, let's get to the main event here, Minders. Uh, all right. So we got the steel cage. We got Connolly and Joey. We kind of spoiled the ending at the top of the show, but uh, first off, was Chan out there with Joey?
Yes, so was Theo.
Was
They were
anybody
both
out
out
there with
there.
Connolly?
Nope. Who did you think was going to be out there with Conley?
Rob?
Well, Rob he announced it, but he went back into commentary.
Well, so he had to do commentary. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't
Nope.
know. That was a foolish question.
Yeah, kind of was. Kind of was. And Bradley was our referee for this match.
I'm going to guess
Which
this was Bradley's first cage match.
I don't know. I'm assuming probably so.
I would be very nervous to be in a cage with Connolly, especially a guy that has a track record for touching his chain.
Yeah, exactly. You can't run.
Yeah, you can't run away from Connolly if you're in a cage.
No.
Joey learned that.
Yes.
From
But
what I
Matt
hear.
Race was at the door. Cat was not out there, so.
Okay. So is this pinfall submission only, or is escape an option? Because I think BA won by escape the week before,
Right.
or 2 weeks before,
Well, Terre Haute, yeah.
3 weeks before.
If it was escape, they didn't use that method. And I'm not 100% sure if it was or not.
Okay.
But they originally stole. Okay, so Joey had his bull rope.
Right.
Mad Dog had his chain.
Of course.
Theo and those guys came in before the match got started. Oh yeah. Thanks, Rob.
Ah.
I was paying more attention to. I was trying to pay as close
Rob.
of attention as I could. But they took the chain away from Conley, and they actually used that chain to lock the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then that didn't work because the door got open. Yeah, okay, it had to have been escape too because that they opened the door, and Conley ended up getting his chain back. And then they used a different chain to chain it shut.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, am I right?
Right, exactly. But did you see the suplex?
I did.
Wow. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Oof, big gut wrench off the top of the cage.
Oh my gosh. My feet, as I saw Conley climbing that, because Conley doesn't have shoes on.
Right.
My feet just screamed as he was stepping on that chain and then picking up Joey too. And oh my goodness.
His poor toes.
But yeah. I'm gonna venture to say this one might have an opportunity for our match of the year and moment of the year. So write that down.
We'll make a note of that. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it boiled down to Joey was trying to escape. Conley tried to catch him at the door, or caught him at the door. Apparently, but from the angle I was at, I couldn't tell, but apparently Conley's head was sticking out a little bit. So Theo thought he was going to be smooth and slam the cage door on Theo's head, or on Conley's head.
He got his Terry Gordy moment.
And he slammed the cage in Joey's head.
You gotta be careful with that. You gotta calculate properly.
Yes.
Because the cage door does not give a crap who it runs into.
No. And then Conley made Joey tap.
Was it the hangman that he does?
Well, yeah, the back.
The over the shoulder thing? Yeah.
Yep. Made him tap, and we have a new champ.
Well, I am sorry I missed it because it sounds like it was a hell of a match. I
It
can't wait
was.
for it to.
You have to wait for it to come on Patreon.
Yes.
But see, and Scott said from the angle he was at, he said that he got both of them with the door, which we know Conley has a hard head, so I could totally get that. So
Joey's head not so hard.
But then, so Conley went around celebrating. The pop was great when Conley won.
Oh, sure it was.
Everybody was ecstatic. But then Conley got attacked.
Ooh.
From behind.
By whom?
By KLD.
Hey.
So, I think you're going to get another Haas fight. And I think it's going to be KLD versus Conley.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a little nervous about this.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to get that at the next show.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. So, but yeah. And Papa Pullman, 100%, it would not surprise me at all.
Hang on, I'm not seeing it. What did he say?
He said he will gut wrench him too.
I don't know that he can get his hands like together on old KLD, but
I think we're going to find out.
From what I've seen, Conley is very good with leverage, so I could see him getting him over some way or another.
Yep.
Very excited. I'm sorry I missed the show. I mean, we had something else going on that kept us away, but I'm glad one of us was there.
It was something. I'll put it that way. It was definitely something.
Pullman.
Oh, Papa Pullman. But yeah, so there you go. There's your rundown of Christmas Chaos. If you missed it, you missed a great show. Sorry.
Yes. Can't wait for it to be available on the Patreon.
Okay, so do we want to talk about tomorrow?
Let's talk about tomorrow. We got the matches today.
And then, as everybody knows, since Joey didn't retain his belt, I don't have to be nice to him and wear his merchandise. So I'm excited about this.
So this is a big middle finger. You wear Mad Dog's merchandise because he's the guy that took the title from Joey.
Exactly. You should have heard me doing the debate in my head on which one I wanted to wear because I got a new Mike Outlaw shirt too. Yeah. That kind of be the middle finger to BA, but you know.
Hey, Mike Outlaw is going to be on Jumping the Rail in January.
I know. I'm excited. And the nice thing about with Jumping the Rails, because he's on so many other promotions too, so we can talk 0-1 and we can talk all of his other stuff also.
Yeah, Glory Pro, Anarchy, all that good stuff.
All that fun stuff.
Kind of runs St. Louis, doesn't he?
A little bit. On his shirt, he actually has a picture of the skyline of St. Louis. It's pretty cool. I have to send you a picture.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about tomorrow now, or we can wait till we talk about the two matches that they announced for the 20th.
Let's talk about tomorrow now and then talk about the two matches.
Okay. All right. I wanted to give you the option.
Well, what do you think? Should we go ahead and talk about?
Let's save it. It's kind of
for there's one match that hasn't been announced yet, except for those of us that are on Patreon. So that I haven't seen it anyway, unless they've put it up since.
For January?
We have two.
I have two.
But they didn't announce. They've only announced the one. I think on the page, unless they have and I've missed it.
Are we allowed to do the scoop, or is it? Do we have to hold off on that?
I was told we could. So
okay.
All right. So I'm gonna show this real quick because I just pulled up my phone. And hey, shout out to Step Stool Sarah. But it's Power Trip from Saturday night. Look how little he looks.
It kind of looks like Dan Liplock and old Rob from back in the day.
You know how well that name goes over on here,
Well,
right?
you know what? I'm here. Nobody knows where I am. They can come find me.
Hmm. I can send out addresses. I wouldn't,
Prefer if you
though.
didn't.
I wouldn't.
If you were going to, you would have sent it to CMC long ago.
Long time ago.
Then I'd get a message with him petting my cat, and it would be beyond the pale.
Yeah, no, they haven't announced that second one that we get announced exclusively on
Nice.
the show tonight. So,
Do I have? Ah, I do have it. I finally get to break this out.
ooh, okay. Breaking news.
All right. Well, let's get to Thursday first.
Okay.
All right. First one that I've got, and again, these are all random. I mean,
Well,
I don't have a graphic for the.
save the one
I
for
don't have.
last because
I don't have a graphic for the main event. I just have the 5
you didn't get the picture
preliminary
for
matches.
it. I'll
Did
send
they
you the
have one?
picture real quick. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
picture for it.
Please do. Well, while you're doing that, let's start talking matches here. First off, we've got
Oh,
Theo
they
White
just
versus.
announced it. They
Oh,
literally 1 minute ago announced
there
it.
goes our scoop. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, guys.
Uh,
I was so excited too.
oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Uh,
all right.
all right. Well, Minders, let's talk about this match here. Theo White versus Tommy Davis tomorrow.
I, it's a pick 'em for me.
Well,
I
Theo, I think, is going to be very motivated.
I believe Theo's going to be motivated, but I think Tommy's motivated too.
Sure. I think Tommy's going to definitely give Theo a run for his money here.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do since we're going to be making picks here, I got to pick Theo on this
Well,
one.
here's the thing. I wonder if there's going to be some sort of stipulation in this too between Theo and Joey. If Joey's going to be like, if you can't beat this guy, then why was I even with you to begin with, or helping you out, or blah 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 blah.
Now you're casting Joey as something of a scoundrel here.
Well, and
Papa Pullman says Tommy reminds me of the old Daniel Bryan. It's a first reference to the American Stooge in a while on this podcast.
Big Boss Dan. There you go. I sent it to
Oh
you,
my
by the
goodness.
way.
Oh, let's see.
You got it. So,
Got it.
you're
Let's
picking
see.
Theo, right?
I'm picking Theo.
I'm gonna pick Tommy just to get under Theo's skin because it's
You
what I
do
do
enjoy doing
best.
that.
I do. Let me get my spoon
Yeah.
out.
Now, unfortunately, I don't
AJ.
think either one of us is gonna be there tomorrow.
Nope, I can't make it. I love it.
Oh my goodness. All right. So we're split on this one. I say Theo, you say Tommy.
We're split.
Let's move on to the next match here. Ashlyn Alexander and ATM against the new guys. This could be interesting.
This could be a really good match. I think this will be one of the top matches of the night, honestly. ATM's great. Ashlyn's great. The new guys are great. Let's see how this all plays out. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see if the new guys are wearing their new gear. I hope
Yeah.
they
It
are.
might it might be main show exclusive by orders of the Jet.
Yeah, might be. Might be. We all know how much of a pain in the butt he can be.
The
Or
cameras will
he
call
has a
you a
pain in
dweeb.
the butt. He did call me a dweeb. But that's okay. He also called Sage Phillips a dweeb, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Minders, pick me a winner here.
I'm gonna go with the new guys. I mean, I wonder if that would change though if Ashlyn would have been on tonight. As long as the new guys can stay out of the way of that lariat, I think I'm gonna go with the new guys.
Okay. I am inclined to agree. Papa Pullman said it in the comments. Chemistry takes it, and I think that's a good point to be had there.
Yeah, because we've never seen
I mean, I
Ashlyn
know.
and
I,
ATM
I think they
team
train
together.
together though, don't they?
They might. I'm not 100% sure.
So
They
I'm sure
could.
they know each other from wrestling down in St. Louis, but still, it's they don't team
There's a
regularly
diff. I was gonna
like the new
say
guys do.
they're not teaming regularly like the new guys are. So
Right.
what we got next?
All right. Next up, we've
Did you
got
make your pick?
yeah, we will said new guys.
Okay.
All right, Chris O'Brien versus LDLC. This kind of looks like the Ultimo Dragon in this picture.
Hey, he did have new gear. I forgot to tell you about that. He had new gear Saturday.
No, I saw the picture. Yeah,
Yeah, I sent you the picture, but he had new
Scott
gear
says the new
Saturday.
guys are good guys.
Yeah. Okay. They are good guys. I like new guys.
They are. All right.
I'm gonna go with LDLC for this one because I think they both
DLC,
can be crafty.
they can. DLC has kind of a bit of a winning streak against Chris the last few times they've been in the ring together too, haven't they?
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm gonna go with Chris on this one. I think he's gonna be a little bit more crafty than DLC is.
Are you doing it now just to annoy me?
No, I'm being
We're
an
split on like
unbiased,
all of them
impartial.
except one.
No, no, we agreed on the well, two out of three. I mean, it's not exactly like it's 5 out of 6. All right.
All
Next
right.
up, Cardi Marty versus the Luminary.
I have to wonder if Hippie Johnny's going to be there.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I have to wonder. Although Jacques, I hate to call it makeup, but the way they did their face Saturday, I quite enjoyed. I thought it looked awesome. And I enjoyed that a lot. They're going to have to give me
Jacques
makeup
does
tips because that looked awesome.
Jacques does have a flair for the showpersonship.
Yes. Very much so.
Yes.
Now,
All right.
Cardi
All
or
right.
Jacques?
So, who's want me to pick first, or are you picking?
Yeah, you pick first.
All right. In Edgewood, I find it very hard to bet against Jacques most of the time, and I don't. And I like Cardi, but I think the Luminaries are going to take this one.
I think I'm going to agree with you. I think we're going to agree on this one. Like you said, it's hard to bet against Jacques and Edgewood.
Big match, Jacques.
Yep.
All right.
Doesn't have
Next
quite
up,
the
we have
sound vibe, does it?
no, not really. All right. Next up, we have a rematch from last Thursday, Minderz. Max W. House against CMC. CMC wants his win back,
Okay.
from the sounds of it.
All right.
Now,
maybe CMC won't underestimate Max this time. Because I kind of feel like CMC
it
underestimated
seemed like
him a
he
bit.
went in. It looked like he went in a little bit cocky last week.
I wasn't going to go that far.
But, I was.
Not cocky, just you have to be nice.
Hey, I'm just calling it like I see it in that case. I'm not saying anything. Hey, CMC had a good match with Max last week.
Yes,
I'm sure they'll have a good match tomorrow.
But
the question is, did CMC learn anything from last week? That's going to be the big question.
I think so. And
did he get
like
the
I said, I
residue
think
of the
last
duct tape off of his boots yet?
Yes, we got that. We already got that off, I believe.
That's what she said.
He was walking around later, so if you were closer, I would throw my spoon at you. But yeah, I think he just underestimated Max. So I think he'll be more prepared this time.
I'm inclined to agree with you. I'm going to pick CMC in this match. Believe it or not, I think it's going to be a tall order for Max to get 2 wins on CMC in a row.
Okay, I'm impressed.
Now, but we still have to see just how much is CMC learning from Jordan
Right. That's true too.
in their union. So,
Which still seems to be quite a bit. So, what's our next one?
didn't learn much in his fashion sense with those red jeans. Those look ridiculous. Go on, Captain Kangaroo, put on some green jeans.
Please don't. Please don't.
All right. Then I guess the last thing I have is the main event for tomorrow.
All right. So we got to preface this because if you didn't catch it, go on 01's website. I think it's or on their Facebook
page.
Go to their Facebook
Rob
page.
sent a video.
Rob did a video that last week, if you caught it, after Anakin didn't win the belt on Thursday night in the Gold Rush, him and Kenny had a discussion, and Anakin's kind of feeling down on himself, kind of how Kenny was feeling down on himself a couple weeks ago.
Well, emo kids, that's what happens.
That's what they do. I get it. But they want to have a match together, like against each other. So Anakin and Kenny want a match against each other. However,
it's a man up match from back in the day with the Briscoes when they would every now and then they'd.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. So anyway, Kenny doesn't have a match for tomorrow night because Anakin is unable to attend tomorrow night. So that meant there was an opening for somebody to have a match with Kenny.
Uh-huh.
So since somebody lost their belt, they've got to go back to the end of the line.
Oh, it just tickles you to death to say that, doesn't it?
I love it so much. I love it so much. So since someone's got to go back to the end of the line, and now they got to fight Kenny. And I hope Kenny beats the tar out of him.
He may beat the stuffing out of Joey O'Reilly, but
I hope he does.
But the question is, can he beat Joey O'Reilly?
DLC did.
True. It's one of those any given Sunday things for sure.
Exactly. So put up the picture. You can put up the main event now. So we've got Kenny Calix versus Joey O'Reilly. Look at that belt looking so nice on Kenny. Oh, Joey, where? I forgot.
It's so weird not referring to Joey as the heavyweight champion after over a year.
Oh, it doesn't bother me one bit.
Oh, I didn't say it bothers me. It sounds weird to not say it.
Yeah, AJ kind of is. I guess. Well, he's got to go back and work his way back up. Is what I meant.
Well, yeah, he's not at the bottom of the barrel where he's got to beat Bradley Booker and all these guys to work the way up. Nothing against Bradley, but
yeah, nothing against Bradley.
I do think this is going to be a really good match.
I do too.
Joey and Kenny.
And I hope Kenny learns a lot. And I hope Kenny beats him.
Yeah, well, Joey has more than a few tricks up his sleeve, so.
But Theo's going to be there.
I'm not even saying with Theo. I'm saying Joey.
I understand.
He's a veteran.
But Theo's going to be there.
Now you're insinuating that Theo might do something untoward towards Joey.
I don't know. I'm just telling you. He said he was a good teacher, and Theo is a student. And I just know certain things that Joey O'Reilly would have done, and if the roles were reversed. So let's see how well he taught Theo.
We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. So you're picking Kenny. I'm picking Joey, which is not a knock on Kenny whatsoever.
No.
Papa Pullman says Theo will be a distraction.
See?
Maybe.
And now, then Chan, if Chan's there.
This is where Chan is very valuable because hopefully he can kind of mediate if it comes to that. And I'm saying from Joey's point of view. I'm not saying I'm an unbiased journalist, as you know, so I don't want to.
But it's funny, Hot and Heavy
rooting for anybody.
Well, Hot and Heavy went from being, the Thursday Night Throwdown champion, the heavyweight champion, and
it was a bad week for.
Now they don't have a single belt to their name.
It was a bad week for Hot and Heavy.
The only thing they have Chan, that was manager of the year for the Shooties, and they've got Joey, who was wrestler of the year for the Shooties. That's all they've got.
and Theo, who's a shooting nominee.
Yes.
Chris says Chan is afraid of Kenny. Chan doesn't like Kenny. He's said as much on this show.
Yes, he has. But
I
yeah,
did reach out to Chan to possibly come on. I never heard back. He must be handling some hot and heavy business, so I
they must
understand that.
be. Yeah, they're I'm sure they probably
They're
are.
regrouping, I'm sure.
I'm sure they had a rough week.
Their luggage is a little lighter, so.
And oh yeah, and Joey and I kind of got in a little shouting match at the beginning of his match on Saturday too.
Oh, Minderz, why do you have to keep stirring the pot?
Because I'm good at it.
Was it about your bet?
Yeah. And I even went and thanked Conley. I went and thanked Conley after the match when I got my picture with the new champ.
I'm sure that was a
And
riveting conversation.
it was. I told him. I told them. I said, I really appreciate you pulling that out. And they go, well, thank you. And I said, he goes, why? And I said, because if Joey would have walked out with that belt, I was gonna have to be nice to him for a month and wear his T-shirt. And Mad Dog goes, oh, forget that. And I'm like, yep, sounds good to me.
And then you wore his shirt instead.
And then I wore Mad Dog's shirt instead.
It's a good shirt. I got that shirt, so it's
Well,
a
and
good shirt.
it's the one with BA on it too.
Oh, poor
So
BA. He's immortalized on fabric.
I love it.
I'm sure you do.
So I'm
All
kind of
right.
giving both of them the big. It's kind of nice.
Your
I like
journalistic
it.
integrity is one thing sometimes, Minderz.
Well, you know what?
You don't care, I know.
Not really. And you're the one that has to be nice to everybody. I'm the one that
I'm
has the
not.
opinions.
I'm a nice guy. I'm just nice to everybody anyway.
I'm usually a nice person.
Yeah. What?
Just don't irritate me.
Well, I know that's bullshit because I irritate you all the time, and you like me.
Yeah, that's true. Or do I? I did take Strike Force from you.
Well, yeah.
I pick my spots and I pick my battles. That's usually how this works.
Cackling all the way.
Yep. It's exactly how it goes. So we're going to talk about
Let's talk about
January
these.
20th.
Let's talk about these two matches that they announced before we get out of here. Even with no guests, we're going on an hour 20.
Well, we kind of knew that was going to happen anyway.
Well, yeah, it's
I
still
usually
not bad.
I usually think an hour and a half for this one.
Yeah, give or take. All right, well, let's talk. So the first match that they announced, we talked about a little bit. Jimmy Carrot versus B.A. Malkin in an no DQ match.
Here we go again.
I don't think a no DQ match is going to be enough to settle this.
I
I'm going
don't
to be honest
either.
with you.
I don't either. But let's see what comes out of this.
We're not gonna do picks. We still got over a month before this match. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've loved every bit of this rivalry, though.
Yes. I do love this rivalry. And we may or may not have made it happen. I don't know.
I will say I think BA has made Jimmy better, and I think Jimmy has made BA better over the
Yes.
course of this feud.
I think there are things that they've definitely learned from one another.
Just imagine if they could put their differences aside and be a tag team.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Then how could I in my right mind root for them? The one guy I can't stand and the one guy that is my favorite. Really?
Well, I think your fondness of Jimmy Carrot trumps any other feelings about anybody.
That's true. That's true. The favorite wrestler does kind of work it out, but
kind of how I can theoretically cheer for High Life because I'm such a fan of Jordan Perry.
Gotcha. Oh, is that how this is going? Oh boy. Okay.
What?
I get it. No, I get it. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. And
But
yes,
the next match,
CMC's great. I forgot. I gotta.
so did you order your shirt yet, Reb?
I had to order the shirt, so it's coming.
I love it. I love it.
A little boy is not going to get a Christmas this year because I had to buy a CMC shirt.
Oh, I love it. Okay, but when they made, I know they just announced this on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for this match, and it took a lot for me to stay quiet.
Should
And
I
I
throw this
showed
up?
it to you. Yes,
Uh-huh.
throw it up there. We've got the Cobra, the King, the
Uh-huh.
Strike King,
Sir.
has has to go against Gary J, Victor Analog, and Warhorse all at the same time.
Yeah, I know your rule Minders. It's gonna
I'm
I don't
sticking
know.
with my rule.
I may
I'm
have to
sticking.
flex on this. But we'll get to that when we get closer to the show. But this is good though. We can get Warhorse's his shooties at this show.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. I was kind of. I was really excited about that. I
Now
was
if
like, "We're
Camaro's booked on this show, then we can get him his too
A-
for moment of the year.
AJ's got a good point. There's gonna be a lot of potatoes thrown.
Yeah, I'm naturally nervous anytime Gary J and Warhorse are in the ring together. Uh,
You should be. You
yeah.
should be.
Uh,
Well,
somebody.
shoot,
I think
even Victor. I mean, minus Victor won. It was Gary J that really kind
from
of
your
put
words.
Victor. I can't find them right now because this match has got me all sorts of goofed up. But it was Gary J that really made people sit up and notice Victor a lot more during COVID,
Hmm.
and I those two together is almost as bad as Warhorse and Gary J. And bad, I mean, damn good for the fans.
The
And
pairing I think I'm most looking forward to here is Gary J and Cobra though. All that's missing is for this to be a five-way with Jimmy Carrot.
hey, that's what you guys would have done, but he's got other business to
But
take care
but
of,
Jimmy's busy.
so
He got
he's
business to
busy.
attend to.
But yeah,
I'm hoping that once Jimmy gets done with the BA business, we can get a maybe a Carrot versus Connolly heavyweight championship match
well,
if he gets
if
past KLD.
if KLD doesn't, yeah. Oh, jeez. I'm so far the two matches they've announced, I'm real excited for.
Is it wrong that a part of me wants KLD to throw in with Power Trip just so we get the dynamic of the small guy, the bigger guy, then the really big guy? It's like those Russian dolls that stack up in each other.
Yeah, I no, yeah.
But KLD
Mm-mm.
and Landry have teamed up. I've seen it on the Indies,
Yeah,
so it could
yeah.
happen.
It could happen. It could
And it's always good
happen.
to have backup. Just
Yeah.
ask Casey Jackson. He said as much.
Yep. What
But yeah,
else
so
we got, Reb?
I mean, if that's just off those two matches, I'm psyched for this January show. So
Yes,
I'm very interested to see what they announce next.
I am too. Well, they'll probably
Jamie
be.
disappeared.
Yeah, I would. There. I'm sure Rain will probably defend her title
I'm sure.
against someone,
I'm sure Constant Headache will have
and
a
I'm sure
title match.
Constant Headache. But yeah,
BA will not be defending the TNT Championship. I'm assuming against Jimmy.
probably not. Theo never did.
No,
I'm assuming the Thursday
unless he
night
did
belt.
something to really annoy Rob Leach, and then Rob would make him defend it.
Yeah, but I don't want to
BA
see
doesn't
that
really bug
happen.
Rob,
I don't want to see that happen though, because I don't think Carrot would go down for Thursday. It's just because of life.
right? Life sucks.
Life sucks.
To paraphrase Vincent K. McMahon. All right. Well, Minders, what do you say we pay some bills and get out of here? Uh,
Let's do that.
First things first. Would you like to plug the fudge?
Sure. Let's do the fudge. So I have my fudge. I am only making it until Christmas. So if you want some, you got to order some. I will deliver if you're local. If you're not local, but you still want some, let me know. And if you're willing to pay shipping, I will ship it to you. So I do have chocolate fudge, chocolate with walnut fudge, peanut butter fudge. I have a half and half that Reb can say he liked because that's what he got.
It's very good.
Which is half a pan of peanut butter with the half a pan of plain chocolate. I also have. Nope, I'm out of those. Sorry. You missed out on the large pans of mint. I have a few small mint left that taste like Andy's mint. Um, and then I have a peanut butter cup, which has the peanut butter on the bottom with the chocolate on the top. And I believe Rob got one of those this past weekend, and he enjoyed it.
Oh, did
Mary,
Rob get
why
his
didn't you?
shirt?
He did. Rob did get a shirt. So, and then I have the same flavors in the small pans. Small pans are $6. Big pans are $12. So, Mary messaged me on my Facebook, and we'll work something out.
Very nice. And it is a fine fudge. I can testify to it. So
But after Christmas, I'm done. No more.
until Christmas.
Until Christmas.
Well, November-ish. Whenever you start making fudge next year.
Oh, well, I usually start around the end of October. So that way people want it for Thanksgiving, I have it. So
Yeah, there you go. All right. So now that we have fudge business taken care of, uh, by the way, my wife hates it when I say plug the fudge. She
I
thinks it
know she
sounds bad.
does. I think that's why you say it.
It kind of is. All right, moving on. ProWrestlingTees.com/JTRPod for all your podcast network T-shirt needs. You get some of the. I need to update this little wheel because I think one of these days I'm gonna make a full-blown almost like an ad with all the T-shirts on there, but it takes a little bit of time.
All of them?
Well, the really good ones, like the new ones,
Okay. I say all
but
of them.
not.
That'd be
That
there's a
might,
lot.
there are a lot. Uh, but yeah, you got some good ones there. You wore the Tony's Florida style fast food booking shirt yesterday, Minderz, on the
I did. It
podcast.
seemed fitting.
It did. Uh,
And
so
I
you got
wore
all.
the Independent Wrestling Matters when I met Christian Cage. So
So you did.
and I wore my Get Your Shit Move shirt Saturday.
Nice. I'm sorry I never did get you the one with the wheelchair instead of the chair tipped over on there.
That's okay.
It's a dirty, distant memory.
Reb, you need to get your Haas fight shirt before the 20th,
Oh,
though.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, I've got one.
You need to
Yeah.
wear that one the 20th.
Yes, I may have to do that. Or I could bust out the Prodigy. Look at that.
Wait, don't you have to wear a CMC shirt to a show?
No, it's got to be on the podcast.
Just on the podcast. Okay.
Well, yeah, because by the time the next show rolls around, the month will be up.
That's true.
All
That's
right.
true.
All right, moving on. BrainbusterTees.com/other/JTR. That's podcast-network. You got even more options there. A little bit more of the shootout stuff on here. You can get t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, stickers, fanny packs, hats, caps, all kinds of good stuff there. You can get the zip-up hoodie with the shootout logo on the back or with the jumping the rail on the back for the other podcast. Uh, if you enjoy Minderz, you can show it. I'm a Minderz guy, Minderz girl, Minderz person, whichever
I
one.
had to get a lot of those for Christmas presents.
Whichever one fits your social bent, we got it
Yep.
for you. You can also get your Prodigy shirt in the royal blue. You can get the JTFNR ECW style shirt. Uh, 01 merchandise available with the shows, t-shirts, water bottles, coffee cups, travel mugs, tumblers, all kinds of good stuff. There's stickers, I think now. Uh, some of the logos you can get the Fighting Athletes one here. You can get their own version of the Get Your Shit and Move shirt. You can get the original Corn-Fed Hero Reign Victoria shirt. You get the 01 Army shirt, which I'm wearing. I must have done something to it in the wash because the logo is almost faded on it. But hey, it's a
I was gonna
comfortable
say,
shirt.
I wondered what happened there.
Yeah, but it is a very comfortable shirt. I may have to get another one with the and try to be more careful with in the wash. But get 01 USA versus everyone. I have this one also in multiple colors. You can get the EOE Reign Victoria shirt also.
Still waiting on mine.
Couple of new Thursday Night Throwdown logos that they're putting on stuff here. Get
I'm
the TNT
excited
shirt.
about this one.
Yeah, got that, or you got kind of the more throwback looking one here. 01 USA Patreon.com/01USA, $5 a month and up. Get all your Thursday Night Throwdown stuff. You get the Mattoon shows as they're put up there. I think they put a bonus match on there, didn't they? Cobra and Lander on
Yes.
Patreon.
Go look at it. It's
With
so funny.
And this one's got Road Warrior Animal on the commentary too.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So go check that out. Upcoming shows next week. We will have our buddy Zach Ruber, ace cameraman of 01, joining us.
He was there Saturday night.
Yeah. I figured he would be. Uh,
Yep.
December 27th, it's our special Minderz birthday episode, and
This
we're
is
going to be,
still making me so nervous.
but we're going to have Rob Leach with us though, so you should
I
feel a
know,
little
and I'm
better.
excited Rob's going to be on, so you'll
Yes,
have a better
and
co-host.
hey, Rob was a delightful co-host on.
I just said he's better than I am.
Yeah. Now, it's still your show. Uh, I'm trying to think because I know we have a couple other ones to.
Don't we have Clayton Clark coming up
We
after
do.
Rob?
I just want to double check the date on Clayton,
I
the
think it's
Shotgun City
January
Sheriff.
3rd.
Uh,
I want to say it's the 3rd.
I'm checking.
If I get there before you do, I'm going to laugh. It's the 3rd.
January 3rd. So the first shootout of the new year, we'll have the Shotgun City Sheriff Clayton Clark joining us.
Oh yeah, I got to be nice to him. I forgot.
Oh sure, you'll be nice. Unlike this moment.
Yeah, I'll try not to do that.
Well, it's gonna be hard to steal his hat on StreamYard.
That's true. Who's the 10th? Don't we have somebody for the 10th?
Shit. Who was on the 10th? I'm trying to remember. Hang on.
We do have somebody for the 10th. Oh, Sarah! Stepstool Sarah.
Stepstool Sarah. Yep, she's. It's our makeup date for Sarah.
It's our makeup date for Sarah.
The Swiss Army knife of professional wrestling.
Yes. And then we're working on one for the 17th.
Right. So we've got some pretty good things coming. And also, don't forget Mike Outlaw on January 16th on the Jumping the Rail podcast. And
don't forget, Jumping the Rail's going every week, starting after the first of the year.
Starting on January 2nd, we'll be going weekly. So that'll be fun.
Does that mean when I go on vacation, I have to find 2 co-hosts, one for you on Tuesdays and one for you on Wednesdays?
Well, I'm sure on Tuesdays I can get Bari to help me out. Sure, I can probably get Bari
or
to help me out on
AJ.
Wednesday.
You can get AJ.
There you go. We'll do another
do a
draft.
Lucha Underground session that time.
Yeah, we'll do our Lucha Underground retrospective with AJ and Bari. That one I'll have to kind of sit back and listen mostly because I don't know a whole lot about Lucha Underground. But.
And if anybody is interested, I think there's still 25 tickets to the main event for the Squared Circle Expo
25
over in Indianapolis.
Main event passes, yes.
Yep.
At the Wyndham Hotel. If you can do it, it's a lot of fun.
So much fun.
Yes.
I put in for my time off, so I've got my time off for that. So I'm ready to go.
Nice. I think it actually falls on my weekend off, but I also got to get the Friday off. And
are we going to try to get there earlier this year?
I would like to. I would very much like to.
Last year we had issues.
Yeah. Getting there is always the most stressful part of it.
Yeah.
Once we're there, it's awesome.
Yes.
Of course, we were also in a rental car last year.
Oh, yeah, you guys were. I forgot about that. So, well, Reb, let's get out of here.
Look up.
You jerk. No, I don't. I don't have on my shirt. I forgot you don't have it on the other one.
I don't. I can put it on there.
But... Oh boy.
All right. Well, Minderz, what do you say we get out of here? We've missed the first half hour of Dynamite, and I really don't want to miss. But I do want to see the Von Erichs on there though.
Oh, that's true. I forgot they were going to be on there.
I'm hoping they didn't open the show in some sort of a cockamamie movie promotion thing instead.
Probably did. Match. It's Tony.
Yeah, although we can hope that they get an interaction with Christian.
You're not right. You're so not right.
Bari said it first.
I know. Y'all been talking about it all week.
All right. Well, let's get out of here, Minderz.
Please. So, I'm hungry and I got fudge to make.
Yes. Until next Wednesday, for Minderz, this is Reb. Mind you all, life is hard, work stiff, and we'll see you guys next week.